Hello and welcome to Double Take. Today we got our hands on the Galaxy Tab S 8.4 inch. First off, big thanks to Samsung for providing us with a Tab S 8.4 inch to check out. This is the titanium bronze version. It's also available in a dazzling white and a 10.5 inch as well. Let's quickly go over the tablet. Obviously, the main attraction here is the 8.4 inch screen. That's a 2560 by 1600 resolution. This is Samsung's Super AMOLED display. I actually can't say enough about the viewing experience. The black colors are obviously really deep since the AMOLED technology allows the black pixels to be not lit. This gives a darkness to pictures and videos that are unrivaled in my opinion to even IPS screens. The Tab S has a 2.1 megapixel selfie camera, the usual multitask and back buttons on the left and right. This is something I still can't get used to. As we all know, I don't like where those buttons are located. But taking cues from the Galaxy S5, the home button is also a fingerprint scanner. Taking a look at the sides, we can see that even with its super slim 6.6mm design, it still offers a lot of features like the micro SD card slot, the IR blaster, the usual volume rockers for volume control obviously, and the power button. Rounding the corner to the bottom of the Tab S, we have the micro USB port, headphone port, and speaker number 1 of 2. Rounding the corner again on the left-hand side is a whole lot of bronze as there are no buttons on the left-hand side. And going back to the top, we have the other speaker as well as a microphone. On the back, once again, we find styling cues from the Galaxy S5, this time with the simple plastic back design. And also an 8 megapixel camera and LED flash. And these two buttons here are actually meant for clip-on accessories like book covers. On to the overall experience with the Tab S. First of all, battery life. Clearly, for the person who's always on the go, battery life is super important. And with my usage with the Tab S with emails, browsing the internet, and lots of YouTube watching, I still managed to get 10 hours of battery life at medium brightness settings. Awesome. Secondly, I still can't get over the fact that the Tab S is super slim. If I were the type of person that had to have a tablet and needed to take it everywhere, I can just simply slip it into my pocket. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd still look like a giant doofus pulling a tablet out my pants, but it's better than having a man purse or something. One feature I really like is SideSync 3.0. SideSync allows you to have a screen open up that displays your phone screen on your tablet, and then you can share files in between devices. Now, this is a Samsung only feature. One big change to 3.0 this time around is that it will allow users to finally answer their phone on their tablet. Now imagine this if you will. Say your phone is charging in your bedroom upstairs and you're downstairs in the kitchen learning a, jerk chicken recipe on your tablet. Suddenly someone calls. First of all, if you didn't have SideSync, you probably would have missed the call. Even if you heard your phone, you'd still have to run back upstairs to answer it. With SideSync 3.0, none of that will happen. Let's try it live. Now I don't actually have a Samsung phone, but NCIX Anthony just got his Samsung Galaxy S5. So we're just gonna try it out right now. So all you need to do, turn on both devices. Hopefully this will work live. Select SideSync 3.0 on both devices. If I can, there it is. You wait for them to recognize each other. Anthony's S5, connecting to Anthony's S5 via Wi-Fi Direct. And hopefully, there we go. The S5 has now turned off, and now you can see all the different features you can find on the S5. But what's even better is that you can have a full screen tablet here and still have what it is exactly that was displaying on the phone. And let's actually try and take a call. Let's try and keep the tradition going, and let's give Keys a call. You know exactly who this is.
No, I'm busy redecorating my office with My Little Pony stuff.
Well, that's too bad for your My Little Pony stuff. Anyways, I'm just calling to prove a point that you can now take calls on your tablet. And he hung up on me. So that's SideSync 3.0. Now, a neat thing that Samsung has implemented is the removal of pre-installed apps and whatnot. Although the Galaxy experience isn't completely free of their apps, Samsung has given the end user the option of installing their apps through either Galaxy Essential or Galaxy Gifts. Now, these both offer links to the Samsung App Store. This way, the end user can choose to install what they want and be able to save on storage space. For those of you who have stuck around and suffered through my past reviews of anything mobile related, we all know that I'm a total diva about certain things when it comes to mobile devices. First of all, I think a device should have a nice screen with a good viewing angle. Now, I found through my use of the Tab S that AMOLED screens definitely have a place in the mobile device world. Even though I still prefer the IPS screen on my Z2 for color reproduction, the black reproduction on the Super AMOLED display blows IPS out of the water. Another complaint of mine has always been the exclusion of the micro SD slot. But with the Tab S, it's included, so that's a good thing in my books. So far, so good for the Tab S. Next up, speakers. And we've all heard this one before. I just want front-facing speakers. That's exactly the reason why I got my Z2. Now, the Tab S doesn't have front-facing speakers, and that's okay. And they don't have speakers that are on the back. They have speakers that are on the sides. Now, if you ask me though, they put it on the wrong side. Now, some of you are thinking, Jack, you're crazy. They didn't put the speakers on the wrong side. Am I? Am I crazy, internet? Look, this is how I hold a tablet in landscape. My hands are completely blocking the speakers. Why, Samsung? Why? But Jack, just flip the tablet around and problem solved. Nope. Look where my pinky is. It rests right on the power button. In the end though, I think that the Tab S series of tablets is definitely worth its price tag. The 8.4 inch is $419 and the 10.5 inch is $519. What I find hilarious though is that they're the exact same prices as the iPad mini Retina and the iPad Air. Why do I find it funny? Well, let's take the 8.4 for example. It's got a bigger screen size than the mini, it's thinner, it's lighter, and it has expandable storage. I mean, you can shove a 64 gig micro SD card into the Tab S and only be spending roughly $65 for a total of about 80 gigs. For the iPad mini, however, if you want that extra storage, you have to pay $200 more. What the F, Apple? And I don't have to buy a stupidly expensive lightning cable if I lose the charging cable. Micro USB is just cheaper that way. Anyways, I got a little bit sidetracked there. The Tab S is a great tablet and there's no questioning that. But for the time being, it still doesn't change my mind about buying tablets in general. Anything a tablet can do, my phone can do better. You know what? Leave a comment down below and let me know if you guys have a tablet, and if you do, would you be willing to switch to the Tab S? As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share the video. We'll see you later.